Good morning, guys. Summer here. Welcome back to Greensboro Downtown Yoga and our Yoga for Athletes class. I always love this class because I love the opportunity to work with athletes of all ages and abilities, whether you're a recreational adult athlete or you're a youth athlete preparing for some type of sport. I think it's just one of my favorite things to get to help you guys out with. As a former runner, I know how tight your quads can get when you spend a lot of time running. I was a cyclist and a runner for a long time, and that was always my Achilles heel, was my quads getting so tight. So today, that's what we are going to work on, is how can we lengthen those quads through some dynamic and static stretching. You're gonna see I have a strap. You can use like a dog leash, anything that you've got that can give you kind of some stretch, a towel, something like this. I have a foam roller, but if you don't have a foam roller at home, no worries, because what we're gonna do, actually, you could do with a tennis ball or a baseball or something like that. You don't want a golf ball, it's gonna be a little too small. A racquetball would work, but this is what I have available to me. So I'm using my resources just as you should use yours. All that said, we are gonna get started standing. So I want you to find a place with your feet right under your hips. Allow your eyes to shut for a moment. And just notice your body in space. The hardest things often for us athletes to do is slow down, take this internal focus, and really examine our bodies in a still place. Notice if something's feeling tight, or something's feeling really great. Start to sway forward and backwards. Feel your feet into the ground. So when you go forward, lift your heels up. When you go back, lift your toes up. So it's just this little bit backwards and forwards. If you always have shoes on, your feet get really tight. I speak a lot for runners because, again, I was one. I can't run anymore because of my ankle, but I know that those times spent in our shoes training for long distances, our toes get really cramped. And something just like this might be leaving your feet going, what am I doing? It's okay. Your feet have a lot of muscles, a lot of ligaments, a lot of bones. They're meant to move. Let's hold right here. Lift one heel off the ground and then the other. And you can kind of do this how it feels good for you. I like to get this little roll across my foot. You might wonder, Summer, you said we're doing quads today. Why are we working with your feet? Everything starts with the bottom up, right? It's all in our foundation. So we gotta be able to assist and do that. And it's also good to start with a dynamic warm-up before we jump into static stretches, which is what we're going to do. Stand up tall, big deep inhale, lift your arms overhead. Exhale, your feet actually want to be hip distance apart, bone close together. Sit low into a chair. Inhale. Now, this is probably something you do a lot, right? Athletic position. Runners here. These quads are that dominant place in there. I just want you for a moment to just kind of notice. Are you hinging forward because your hip flexors are so tight, so you can't get that butt to go down? Or do you feel like your ankles are limiting you? Just notice. And I don't want us to spend a lot of time on the strength aspect of this. To get some heat. Hold this one low. Stand up tall, big deep inhale. You're going to step out to the right and then shift to the left. So we come inside and side. So I'm really excited because I just got a new watch so I can adjust my music. I haven't figured out how to adjust the volume though. When it's playing, I'm noticing it's really quiet. I'm like, what's over there? Oh well, you can put on your music. You don't have to necessarily hear mine. Let's stay to the front leg. Hold right here. So get that nice stretch. Come back to center. Let's go to the other side and hold. Are you feeling this in your inner thighs and that tightness there? Come back to center, roll yourself up, bring your feet in. Make that a little dynamic flow. Big deep inhale, exhale, sit low. Inhale, rise up, lift your right leg. So it's a balance moment. Exhale as you step out to the right. Inhale, come back to center, sit low into your chair. Inhale, rise. Why am I making you do this? Well, in sport and activity, we gotta have that focus of how can we change directions? How can we do things in all different manners? Rise up. And it may not look like this, but this is a coordination drill. Sit low. Rise. Shift. One more time each side. You're finding this balance, right? So if you're wobbling all over the place, just be aware of it. Balance is the foundation of everything we need as an athlete in life. Hold low. So if you are wobbling all over the place, just know that and make it something that you can work towards improving. Big deep inhale. Let's all step to the front of the mat to kind of get oriented right here. Have your toys and equipment off to the side. Big deep inhale. Exhale, forward, forward. Now just hang right here. Bend your knees really deep. And just kind of give a bounce. You see how I'm bouncing? If you can't get your hands to the floor, that's okay. Grab something and put your hands on it. I want you to just kind of get this bouncing. And since I have my water, I'll put some. Now hold that still. Roll up one vertebrae at a time. Big deep inhale. Exhale, you're going to step your right leg back to a crescent position. Inhale, your arms high. Exhale, step center, sit low. Inhale. So what is a crescent? It's a lunge where your front knee is over the center of your front foot. Your back leg is pushing back. Inhale. Sit low in a chair. Rise up. Step back. Now this time, lift your arms high to the sky. Feel your arch in your back. Hands come beside you. Step into chair. Sit low. Inhale. So you should feel this as you drop down and push your hip forward, this front quad and hip flexor stretches. That's what this is all about, is getting that movement right there. Ooh. We're gonna do it one more time each side. So lift up. I want this moment of balance. And then step back. If you kind of teeter-totter and fall like I just did, just be aware of it. Know it's something to help you work on. Come in. Last time like this. Dynamic, yes, you're moving. And that's a really important thing of a warm-up, is that it should have these dynamic stretches. You could do this as a warm-up before your practice, before your run, whatever you're gonna do. Step back in. Rise up. Let's all lift our right leg off the ground. Hands come into heart center, just hold this place. And turn facial. Ooh, that was my southernness coming out. Let your leg lift high, extend. I do live in North Carolina, and I did grow up in Virginia. It's just in me. So what we're doing, we're lengthening our leg. Is it a little bit of strength? It is. I want you to notice, where do you start to feel tightness? Where are you feeling this in the leg? One more. I'm turning back just here. Now extend that leg behind you. Notice here, I'm in this long line, but my knee is still flexed. I cannot get my leg all the way up. It hurts my lower back. I am not going to do that. I'm going to stay low. You find where is good for you. Lengthen your leg long, step back, hands come beside your foot. Bend your back knee, hold right here. And I guess many of you guys do know how to adjust. I have the Samsung Galaxy Active 2 and an Android phone. You know how to adjust my volume on my watch. Send me a note. I'll Google it. All right, so we are going back and forth. When we want to stretch the front of the leg, right here, we also need to counter it and stretch the back of our leg. If you find that you're like here and you're really hunched over, grab something to bring the floor a little bit higher, or just bring your hands onto your leg. Downfall with that is it's a little less stable. But if you've got equipment or something you want, so you should feel this dynamic stretch here, and then this stretch on the back of your leg. Let's hold this next one forward. Lift your back knee off the ground. Lift back up to crescent. Exhale, step your foot together, sit low. Rise up, bring your left leg up high. Hold. Shoulders down away from ears as we extend our leg out. Shoulders are down away from our ears, so what I mean by that is you're not here, right? Or we're not here. We are lengthened up in this tall position. Bend our knee in, lean forward. So it's a hinge from your hip. Your hips are squared to the ground. You lift your back leg as high as you can do before you start to feel your lower back. Now I just saw myself there on the camera and noticed I was really dropping my center. I was arching my back. So I need to pull my abdominal muscles in there. It is. Slide the foot back. Rise up. And that big deep stretch, inhale. Exhale, bend your knee down to the floor. Let's move back. Good. Notice how this side might feel compared to the other. What is your area of tightness? What's your area of weakness or of flexibility? And it might surprise you. It might not be what you expect it to be based on your normal body. One more. Stay forward. Lift your back leg. Arms come high. And step your foot in. All right, here we go. Take a big deep inhale. Exhale, sit in the chair. Lift up, rise your right foot. Exhale, step back to crescent. Lift up high to the sky. Push your hips forward. Exhale, hands come down beside foot. Bend your knee. Slide back and forth just twice. It's that little coordination. Can we put this into a flow together? Stay forward. Lift your back knee. Rise up. If you're a runner or a cyclist and you're like, I just run in a straight line going forward, trust me, I did it. Trust me. Luckily, I had a dancer inside of me before. Big deep inhale. All right, you're going to step up. Lift your back foot. Grab your strap or grab your foot. This is one of the reasons we have a strap. If you want, you can take your strap onto the top of your foot and use that to help assist pull in. So if you're like way down here and you just can't grab your foot, use your tools. Right? So I can grab my foot these days, but there was a point in time when I was really tight and I struggled with it. So I feel you if you're there. Straighten your arm if you are holding your foot or the strap. So you open your chest. Feel the stretch right here in the front of our leg, right? Do you notice how focused I am? Forward and tall. Shut your eyes. That same focus helps me maintain my balance right here. And my feet. Open your eyes. Lower your foot. Hold right there. Big deep inhale. Exhale, sit low. Rise up, left leg lifts. Step back. Whoa, we're falling. You might as well, right? Hold right there. Bend the bottom knee down. Hands come down. Stretch back. Hold forward. Lift your back knee. Rise up. Crescent. Feel your hip flexor. Now take a big deep inhale. Step your foot in. Grab hold. Oh, we have a little transitional moment there. Remember, grab your strap if that's what your foot and body needs. Stand as tall as you can. Shut your eyes. And I hope your eyes are shut and you didn't see me fall, but if you did, cool. Open and lower your foot back down. One last little flow right here. Inhale. Sit low into your chair. Use that strength. Slide your right leg back. Arms lift to the sky. Bend your back knee. Let's come into the same movement that we've done a couple times. Just because each time we do it, we should be able to get a little bit deeper, right? Hold forward. Now take this leg that's lifted, slide it out to the side, and your back knee bends in. So we're in this 90-90 position. This is a little bit more of hips, but if you think about it, your hips and your quads are there integrated, so might as well do both. If this is enough of a stretch, if leaning forward right here for you is like, oh my gosh, my quads are on fire, my hips are working, not stay there. Or you can rotate this back leg under and come into more of a pigeon stretch. We're not going to stay here long, so don't worry. Like some of this is long enough. Sit ourselves up. Now, little moment of challenge. It took me years with stretching my quads to be able to get this place. So I just want you to start trying it. You're gonna bend your knee. See how far up your leg can come. Strap can be on top, maybe a foot. And you pull that. Now, the important thing is that your leg doesn't go out to the side and torque that knee. Right? We have to stay here. Now, the full position is you grab it with your hand. I'm not going to show you that today. I just want you to be right here. Is it an intense stretch? Absolutely. Again, it took me years to be able to grab it with my hand because my quads are so tight. Release the foot, release the strap. If that hurt your knee, I encourage you, like, if you've got a mirror or you can film yourself, notice if your foot might have been falling one way or the other. You might have been twisting the knee so it wasn't directly in line. And we don't want that. All right, let's come into a plank position just for fun. Plank. Exhale, downward dog. So downward dog has our hips lifted to the sky, our heels pressed down to the mat. Push your palms into the mat. Lift your right leg up to the sky. Inhale. Exhale. You're going to step that foot in between your hands. Now that might not work for you because your hips are so tight. You can use your hands. So say that you get here and you're like, nope, can't do it. Bring one knee to the floor, step yourself through. Slide our back foot in, roll ourselves up, big deep inhale. So now that can often be really tight for us athletes and difficult. Sit low. One more time on that side, other side. Rise up. Balance, foundation, find it. Step back. Lower your knee, lower your hands, stretch back. And notice how this quad might feel very different than the other quad. All right, find that pigeon position. So again, are you with both knees out, or is one knee tucked under? Your quadriceps actually has 4 muscles in it. That's why it's called the quadriceps. And how they run down your leg is how your tightness is. I was always really tight and still am on my vastus medialis, which is the one that's there on the outside or inside of my leg, and the vastus lateralis, which is the one on the outside of my leg. So it would do funky things to my knee. My knee could oftentimes really hurt, especially if I did a lot of high intensity HIIT workouts or things like that. All right, you ready to try that bending of our knee? I'm going to go through it this way. I'm not going to fight it this time. And you kind of pull it in a way that feels good for you. I mean, that's relative, right? But make sure your hips are squared. It's not necessarily about how far that foot can come towards your hip, but just you stretching the front of your leg. Release your foot. Oh, Ooh, that was fun. All right. I'm going to grab my foam roller again. If you've got a ball, this will work perfectly fine for that. You're going to start off kind of in this upper range of your, actually let's all start in our hip. So if you've got that ball, you're going to take it and place it right here. If you're on the foam roller, you're going to take the edge of the foam roller and place it on that. And you're making just the slightest little movements up and down. And this is a little bit deeper of a self-myofascial release, something called a trigger point. So I want you to hold it in. Now you're going to kick your butt. All right, now walk down your leg just a little bit further. And if you've got a ball, just kind of pick it up and put it somewhere on the inside, kind of up high, maybe like right here-ish range. Just sit there for a moment. Ooh. And notice on yourself. And then kick. Go a little lower. So we're still on the inside of your leg. Kick. And a little bit lower, right above the knee. Never get right on the knee joint. And come back around. We're going to go in the middle now. So pick up that ball. You come up to the kind of that upper part of your leg right here. And I'm going to let you progress through it at your own. I'll keep calling it, but you might move a little slower, a little faster than me. You do 3 to 5 kicks in 3 different locations on your leg. So move a little bit lower. And you might start to be like, oh my goodness, there's the spot. There's mine. Today. Lower a little bit more. Oh, I did a really strength-based class a couple days ago. I'm feeling it. And let's come one more spot. Come up. One more spot. We're gonna go kind of on the outside. Now I don't want you to go on the very outside of the leg. That's the IT band area. There's a lot of conversation and controversy over that, which I don't feel like getting into right now. But we want to be more in kind of this area of the leg. So again, find a top spot and kick. Go a little deeper. Oh, this is always my spot. Okay, again, it's just my quads. I feel really grateful that I have stretchy, bendy hamstrings, but you put me in a quad stretch and it's like, oh my goodness. Let's find one more. When I lived in Florida, I worked at this gym, Harbor Island Athletic Club, and shout out to any of you guys from there. And release, good job. Whew, just take a moment, tap that out, do anything that feels good. Anyway, and those were my days when I was doing a ton of running. I had done a half Ironman, a lot of really high intensity stuff. Anyway, let's do the other leg. Start with that hip flexor area. And at the gym was this amazing massage therapist. His name was Ryan. And I would see him on average once a month, sometimes more, sometimes less. And kick your butt. He would work sometimes just on my left quad for like 45 minutes. It was awful. And then, all right, let's find kind of that inner spot. So what I mean, right here, so on the inner part of our leg, 3 spots down with little kicks. I actually think you guys are doing a tennis ball or some type of ball. You're doing this much harder than me. Lower down. Oh, kick. And one more. They make this thing called the supernova ball. Awesome. It's super hard and super dense. I'll try to remember to bring it or share it in the comments. Oh, but it's great for things like this. So let's go middle leg. So start high. Make sure you're breathing through all this. That can become one of those things because this is really intense. It is really deep. Especially if you're really tight in this. It's one of the reasons I talk, because at least I know I'm breathing. Calm down. So right above that knee, for so many people, especially athletes, cyclists, you get so tight there. All right, last place. So again, on this outside, don't get right on the outside of that IT band. So that kick is kind of that dynamic part of it. So we're in the muscle. It's kind of like the massage therapist is pushing and pushing and pushing and releasing it. One more. Oh my goodness. I am right there with you guys. If you are like, I want to be done with this. Yeah, me too. Good thing this is our last kick. Oh, and release. I knew that was going to be fun when I planned it. Let's stand tall. Just get some movement in our legs. Shake them out. Anything you need. And that same quad stretch that we did a little while ago. Notice how it feels now. Are you able to be standing here a little bit easier? Or are your quads like beat up now? If that's your first time ever doing some type of myofascial release trigger point, please make sure you drink lots of water today, even if it's not your first time. it is something that you need to keep hydrated after you do to help with waste production and things like that. But we don't need to go into all that. Release your foot down. Give yourself a great big inhale. Giant. Good job, guys. Thank you so much for joining us on this quadriceps yoga for athletes class. Until next time, I'm Summer. Bye.